And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty coming back at you with another Let's Play. As you can see, I'm playing Neverwinter Nights 2. This time I have a mod that I got off the Neverwinter Nexus. The mod is called Baldur's Gate Reloaded. It's kind of a spin-off of the original game from like 1998, I think it was, or something like that. And it also expands into the Tales of the Sword Coast. So this should be a really good mod to play. I'm really excited to play it. We're going to start a new campaign. Alright, just an intro for the game. You take the role of the Ward of Gorion, a scholar in the citadel of Candlekeep in this epic tale. While you grew up within the idyllic keep's austere walls, you know little of your real father, though that is all about to change abruptly. Trek across the Sword Coast in search of adventure, fame, and your own identity. The very future of the realm may just be in your hands. And this is version 1, so if there are any bugs, I'm sure they'll get them fixed here shortly. But right now I don't know of any, but I'm sure there's going to be a couple that come out because this is going to be a pretty extensive game, and I find it very unlikely that there won't be any bugs. But either way, it's going to be a damn good game. So let's start campaign. And for this mod, I am going to use a character that I already have set up, and it's going to be Kenneth Shand, my first level paladin. And let's see, he's Ladies Man, Deity's Helm, and my highest scores are in Strength and Charisma, which are at 15, and my next ones are Constitution and Wisdom, which are 14. And then Dexterity and Intelligence are average with 10. So let's get started. Nicely done, looks good. Now just so you all know, I did play this game for about an hour. I played through the entire prologue. Just to get my hands around what's going on here with this mod. I'm telling you, man, it is really close to the original game, and I enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing this one. I'm gonna put a lot of hours into this one. I can see it now. Baldur's Gate Reloaded. I'm excited. I'm ready to play.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerun. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong.
Alright, so I guess that's the end of the voice dialogue here, so let's see what it says here. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you gold he can spare, but give no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey. Continue. Alright, like I said, I played through this entire prologue, and the prologue is essentially kind of like the tutorial in the original game, which I found very, very nice touch. Everything looks really good, so I'm going to have fun playing this. Okay, before we get on, let me let you know I do have a couple other mods. These mods are by Tchos, which is the HD UI screens and HD widescreen background mod. And what the HD UI screens do is make the screens a hell of a lot bigger and changes them up a little bit, like for example the inventory screen and the character screen and all this stuff. It also makes the party bar on the side here, makes the pictures a little bit bigger, makes it longer. All the fonts are larger and things of that nature, so it's very easy to read on a higher resolution monitor. So that's why I definitely use his mods in everything that I play. So now this inventory screen, I kind of modified it a little bit myself. The original one that comes with Tchos is actually expanded here a little bit farther to the right, so you got a hell of a lot bigger inventory screen. But what I did is I narrowed it and I lengthened it. I just like it more narrow like this. So all I did was edit the XML a little bit to do this. It took a little bit to do it, but I like it like this a little bit better. But either way, this is a damn good mod. You need to get it. And the same with the widescreen background mod. So if you don't have Tchos' mods, I highly recommend you get them. And same with the spell book. Everything's bigger. Everything's bigger. So let's take a look at our character before we get on here. Alright, so I got a level 1 paladin, lawful good of course. Deity's helm. Let's see. Skills higher in diplomacy and heal, and a little bit in listen and lore, and search, spot, survival, and taunt. So let's go ahead and get my quick slots set up here. Let's put taunt down here. I might use it. I don't usually use it much unless I have a really high skill in taunt. But okay, feats. Ladies man gives me +1 to listen, +1 diplomacy, however -2 intimidate, but I don't use that one too much. I usually use diplomacy. I got a feeling I'm gonna use that a lot in this mod. And of course standard proficiency feats for paladin. Extra smiting, racial feats. I got smite evil, and I got the luck of heroes, which gives me a +1 bonus on saving throws, as well as a +1 luck bonus to armor class. So as you can see, I don't start with anything except some clothes. Alright, and let's see, right here, we're right in front of the inn here. Let's see. Oh, let me get myself situated here with the keyboard and everything. Alright, Candlekeep Inn. Let's take a look at a map. So we are right up here. So if we take a look around, we got barracks, bunkhouse, workshop, the main gate, Temple of Ogma, and priest quarters and library in the center. Okay, like I said, I did play the original game way back when, and I really don't remember anything, but I did play through the whole prologue of this mod just to reminisce and see how everything is set up, and I tell you, man, it brought back a hell of a lot of memories, and it's almost pretty much damn near the same as the original game. So first things first, let's go up inside the inn here. I like the cutscenes and everything, they're really good. Alright, you'll see these tutors. That was part of the tutorial in the original game. You can see the mod author put these in here, and they'll give you some hints on how to play the game and things of that nature, which I think is a really nice touch. So, for example, purchasing drinks from bartenders is a great way to learn rumors, and that's kind of a hint. So, and I'll show you what that means here in a little bit. And it's really close to the original game, but when we talk to Winthrop, I'll show you what that's getting at. So, okay, so we got Firebeard Elvenhair. Let's see what he's up to.
Yes?
Yes, I'm back with the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragost. Now, this is something I don't really like, is it goes through these dialogue portions like really quick. I notice it does that a lot. So what I have to do is I have to go down here and then read it. So if you're not into reading this stuff, just skip through all this part of the and skip ahead. So let's start over here. Yes, I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragos was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorian's ward, aren't you? My, you have come into your own, if you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identify scroll with Tethtoril in the inner grounds. You should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. Okay, so he gave us our first quest. Firebeard Elvenhair, an old mage who makes the occasional visit here from Baragos, has left an identify scroll with Tethtoril in the inner grounds. I swear, without me to run in its endless errands, this keep would crumble into the very dust from which it sprang. Okay, so that is our first quest. Alright, so let's talk to Winthrop.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
An elven arse. Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit our old pal Winthrop, have ye? Well, don't forget the 5,000 gold piece book entrance fee, as per Candlekeep custom, don't you know? You were always a big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite as often. Just having a little bit of fun with ye, my friend. Them monks may be walking about with poles in their nethers, but you know, you are always welcome here in my sight. Gorian did well by you, he did. So, is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, a room to sleep, or anything to buy? Yeah, what do you have? Alright, this is where you can buy most of your stuff here, right here in the prologue. Just your standard weapons and armor. I think they're a bit spendy, but they're probably in line with the original game. As I only start with 110 gold pieces, I'm not going to be able to afford a lot of this. Now, there is crafting in this game. I've found that out too, so keep that in mind. Let's see. Now, like what the tutor was saying before, you can hear rumors. So if something I found out, if you, let's say for example, purchase some drinks, you might get some rumors. Like for example here, this one, lots of trouble down in Nashkel. Monsters or some such are said to be killing the workers at the Nashkel mines. Bad news for smiths or anyone that needs tools to make a living.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Alright. So if you're interested in rumors and stuff, just go ahead and buy some drinks and see what kind of stuff there is. I already bought just about every one of these and I heard quite a bit of rumors, so I'll let you explore that when you guys play the game. Okay, so in the meantime, I don't think I am going to purchase anything just yet. I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of the little side quests in the prologue here that are outside. And I should be able to pick up some items and stuff too. So, alright, I am playing a paladin, so I'm going to try to stay in role and try not to steal all kinds of stuff. But there's a lot of a lot of locked items and stuff you can steal around here. So, like for example, there's a dagger here. If you take that, there's a possibility of getting caught with stealing with these people here.
To chit-chat.
And let's see, upstairs there's some rooms too where you can go find some things if you want to go with the roguish type of character. So, alright, so let's go outside. Let's finish up some of these quests. Alright, so we're just going to go around the keep in this direction right here. Alright, we got a tutor here. Let's see what he's got to say. Your reputation is important. Do good deeds and you will reap the rewards. Perform bad deeds and you will feel the consequences. Alright, so we got, let's see, Flydia, I think was how you pronounce that. Oh, hello. Hey, have you seen my copy of the history of Halrua anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library. So I thought I'd get a bit of the fresh air just east of here and... Oh, I hate to be so absent-minded. Please, if you find it, I really do need it back. Okay, so there's our next quest. We need to find a book called The History of Halrua. And we got a tutor here. Party members may die in battle. Either revive your ally with a spell or pay to revive them at any nearby temple. So anybody that's experienced in playing Neverwinter Nights knows that. Alright, another tutor here. Valuable treasure and people in need can be found all across the Sword Coast, so be sure to thoroughly explore each area. Yes, indeed.